News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
Hi, I'm Claudette. I'm here to tell you about CC's Beauty Zone. We are a full-service beauty salon and day spa. We have just installed new bulbs in our tanning beds, so come in and get that great tan. Our mission is every client that enters CC's Beauty Zone receives an experience of being pampered by our professional staff. Walk-ins are welcome. We are conveniently located 2 blocks off Highway 160 on East Basin Avenue. Check our website at www.ccsbeautyzone.com. Get into the zone, the Beauty Zone.
News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners and Humana. News 46 is also brought to you by the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino. Located at the intersection of Route 372 and Highway 160, you can call the Pahrump Nugget at 775-751-6500, or you can visit their website at www.pahrumpnugget.com. News is also brought to you by Barry Levinson and Associates, Pahrump's Bankruptcy Center. When it comes to important matters like bankruptcy, call an experienced, compassionate attorney. Call the Bankruptcy Center of Pahrump. Call 775-727-4747.
Tonight on News 46, one man is arrested for sexual assault and home invasion.
An RV and a sedan tangle in the Albertsons parking lot.
And the Calvada Duck Pond has a new feature. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Rick Vale and Rhonda Van Winkle. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
Good evening, it's Friday, January 13th, 2012. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Tony Joe for News 46. It's Friday the 13th, and if you're superstitious, you're likely under the impression that this is the most unlucky day on the calendar. This is the first of 3 Friday the 13ths on calendar in 2012. January, April, and July all start on Sunday, which means that the 13th day falls on a Friday. Some people believe the fear of Friday the 13th goes all the way back to the Garden of Eden. Supposedly, Eve offered Adam the forbidden fruit on a Friday. Then they were banished from paradise. Want to avoid bad luck on Friday the 13th? There are a number of things that you can do to ward off ill fate according to superstition. Touch wood, cross your fingers, avoid black cats, don't look at the full moon through a pane of glass, and throw some salt over each of your shoulders.
All right, well, good tips for the superstitious of you out there. Nevada Highway Patrol has issued a press release regarding a fatal accident. Last Sunday, January 8th at approximately 9:42 p.m., a black 2008 Volkswagen two-door hatchback was traveling northbound on US 95 in the left travel lane, approaching Wagon Wheel Drive. At the same time, a white 2011 Toyota Yaris four-door was traveling northbound on US 95 in the center travel lane. The Volkswagen was to the left of the Toyota. The Volkswagen veered left onto the dirt gravel median. It spun around clockwise and then back onto the roadway into the path of the Toyota. The right side of the Volkswagen struck the left front of the Toyota. Both vehicles traveled onto the right dirt gravel shoulder where they both overturned. The 47-year-old driver of the Volkswagen, who was from Henderson, Nevada, was not wearing a seatbelt and was ejected. He was transported to Sunrise Hospital, and the drivers and passengers of both vehicles were transported to St. Rose Sienna Hospital. On Monday, January 9th, the driver of the Volkswagen succumbed to his injuries sustained in the crash. The driver's next of kin has not been notified at this time, and no names have been released. The remaining driver and all passengers were seen for non-life-threatening injuries.
That's sad. Well, the Nye County Sheriff's Office have arrested 26-year-old Robert Mon. Last night at approximately 8:30 p.m., Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies investigated a report of a suspicious man who was reportedly bleeding from the head and running in the area of Linda and Iron Street.
When deputies located the man, he reported having been involved in a physical altercation with another man at a nearby trailer park. Mon, a known felon, was found to be in possession of an electronic stun device, as well as a substantial amount of jewelry and other property for which he had no reasonable explanation. During the investigation, Nye County Sheriff's Office detectives learned that Mon had allegedly sexually assaulted an adult female victim at a nearby residence several hours earlier and was subsequently confronted and beat up by another male who had learned of the sexual assault. During the course of the investigation, deputies and detectives learned of a burglary to a nearby residence of an elderly woman, which appeared to have just occurred. It was discovered that the jewelry found in Mon's possession had in fact been stolen from this home after forcible entry was made through the front door. Mon subsequently admitted that he had forcibly entered the home after being beat up over a sexual assault allegation and had stolen the elderly resident's property, which was seized at the scene. Mon was treated for his injuries and arrested on the following charges: sexual assault, burglary, home invasion, possession of stolen property, and felon in possession of an electronic stun device. He is being held in lieu of bail in the amount of $65,000. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
Anyone with any information regarding this case is urged to contact the Nye County Sheriff's Department, 775-751-7000.
And folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to have much more local news coming up right after this break. Please keep it here.
Pahrump Dermatology and Skin Cancer. When you need the best dermatology care in Pahrump, call Pahrump Dermatology and Skin Cancer. 775-727-9800.
Welcome back to News 46. Nye County Deputy District Attorney Charlie Watkins has joined Ron Kent, the county's former Chief Civil Deputy District Attorney, and Louis DeCanio, a private citizen and businessman, for the race for Pahrump Justice of the Peace in the November election.
A two-vehicle non-injury accident occurred in the parking lot of Albertsons this afternoon.
Tonight's accident report is brought to you by Stovall & Associates. Don't expect insurance companies to have your best interest in mind. Stovall & Associates cares. Let us help you if you have been involved in an accident.
A two-vehicle accident here in the Albertsons parking lot early this afternoon. We're going to speak to Fire Chief Scott Lewis.
Yes, it appears that one of the vehicles may have had a sudden acceleration issue. It then struck a palm tree that's in the center median area of the parking area and then impacted against a Class 1 RV.
And so it was the vehicle that struck the RV, not the other way around. I heard it was reported that the RV struck the vehicle.
No, it's my understanding, and it's being investigated by the Sheriff's Office, that the passenger vehicle, that being a sedan, impacted the tree and then the RV.
And then Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue arrived on scene. Were there any injuries?
There was no claimed injuries. One person was briefly evaluated but decided not to pursue the medical treatment.
And this is private property right here, so Nye County Sheriffs are investigating this, right?
They're looking at it. I'm not sure. You'd have to ask them as far as their extent of investigation, but they're clearly documenting the scene and gathering some statements.
This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
All right, folks, coming up as we head into our first break. First, let's see what's new with Mr. Movie Phone.
I'm Mr. Movie Phone. 2 musicals and Mark Wahlberg at the movies this weekend. Find out which ones hit the marky mark with my weekend movie preview next. Action! Happy weekend, everybody. Well, this week at the movies, A Tale as Old as Time is back in theaters. Queen Latifah and Dolly Parton are making joyful noise. And Mark Wahlberg is back on the wrong side of the law in Contraband.
What happened, Andy?
I was running something, and I dumped the package.
You know, when I stop doing runs, you promised me you're gonna stay out of this.
Wahlberg is a smuggler turned straight, trying to keep clean with a wife and kids. But when his brother-in-law botches a deal, he's forced back in for one last job in order to keep his family alive. Also starring Ben Foster, Giovanni Ribisi, and Kate Beckinsale. The Real Deal, a marginal, by-the-numbers crime thriller made better by a strong cast. Wahlberg and Ben Foster deliver the goods in Contraband. I'm in! It's make it or break it time for a small-town choir in Joyful Noise.
I did not ask to be made choir director. The council chose me over you.
The town is counting on the church choir to bring home a national championship. But with little money and two feuding stars played by Queen Latifah and Dolly Parton, winning seems impossible. That is, until a new boy arrives in town to shake things up. The Real Deal. Hey, if you've been waiting for Sister Act 3, here it is. And it turns out that Joyful Noise is a lot more noisy than joyful. I'm out. What's old is new again with the 3D release of Beauty and the Beast.
Hello? Is anyone here? Hello?
In the Disney animated favorite, a handsome, vain prince is under a spell that only true love's kiss can undo. It takes a girl who agrees to be the Beast's prisoner in exchange for her father's life to show the Beast that love really does exist. The Real Deal? Well, after the successful re-release of Lion King, you knew this was coming. And if your kids haven't seen it 5,000 times already, take them to the magical musical Beauty and the Beast. It's always been one of my favorites. I'm in! Now remember, for your showtimes, your tickets, my 6-second review, so much more, go to MoviePhone.com. So have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you at the movies.
That's a wrap. The new county building on Calvada is underway. We spoke to Commissioner Gary Hollis to find out more.
This building here will house the Human Health and Resources, Shirley Trumbull's office, the health nurse, and Veteran Services.
So they'll be moving over from
250 building over there on Highway 160.
And so what will we be doing with that building?
Well, planning's in there, and public works and building safety.
And so what will this building have here that we will be utilizing?
Well, you'll have Shirley Trumbull's office with Health Human Services. She takes care of seniors and
so medical facilities.
Well, mostly it has to do with medical. The veterans will, where they can file claims, and also medical, which the Veterans Clinic is right across the street, catty corner from here.
That's very convenient.
Then the health nurse will be located here also. So,
why did we decide to build this building right here?
Well, we had the money in the building fund to do it, and we wanted to try to get all the resources in one area, like building and safety, planning, and public works. To do that, the health nurse and Shirley Trumbull's office was in the wrong place. So to get these services all together, this is what we had to do.
How was this paid for?
Through the building fund and through the health fund that we have.
Will we be constructing any other buildings here in the Calvada Eye that you know?
That hasn't been determined by the commissioners, but in the future that we could get and move building and safety and planning and public works down here, where all county facilities are in one place other than the courthouse. But that hasn't been determined yet.
When is it scheduled for completion?
I would say probably March sometime.
Wonderful. Will we be having a grand opening?
That hasn't been determined yet, but I'm sure that there will.
Well, the commissioner also showed us the new renovations on the Calvada Duck Pond.
Well, the improvements at the Calvada Eye continue. I'm sitting here on one of the rocks that were donated for free to the county to make a fountain. We're going to speak to Commissioner Gary Hollis.
Yes, this is a water feature that we put on to help clean the water. In other words, the water would be pumped on the very far end up through here, and it'll trickle down, clean itself out, and then the ponds will be cleaner.
And this is also going to have kind of a little island in the middle too as well.
Yeah, there'll be an island right over here where there'll be flowers or some kind of vegetation.
And there's going to be a fountain right up in the middle, but all these rocks, very large rocks, were donated?
Yes, all the rocks were donated by Sterling Gold out of between Beatty and Amargosa and Crater Flat. They were really nice about giving me all the rocks to do this. And I want to thank John Shea. John Shea hauled all the rocks over here for nothing.
Pahrump Valley Disposal. When is this going to be completed?
In the next couple weeks.
How's the Calvada duck ponds going now?
It's fine as soon as we can get this water cleaned up. I mean, there's no circulation right now, so this is what this was built for, is to pump water from the far end and then let the water percolate back into the pond and clean itself.
So definitely we'll have some good circulation going on real soon. And the Calvada Eye is just looking so beautiful.
Yeah, it's looking really nice, and it's a really nice place for the citizens of Pahrump and Nye County to come and visit when they come to the commissioner meeting.
This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
And here again is Deanna O'Donnell with your news across Nevada.
I'm Deanna O'Donnell with your news across Nevada. The latest Violence Policy Center report ranked Nevada first in the nation per capita of women murdered by men with the use of a handgun in the United States. Now a Nevada task force has been created to review domestic violence deaths in hope to reduce the number of fatalities by focusing on prevention. The first meeting of the 14-member statewide team were sworn in and trained yesterday. The group is to review domestic violence deaths throughout the United States to understand these tragedies. Senate Bill 66, which took effect on October 1st of last year, authorized the Attorney General Catherine Cortez Masto's office to organize a multidisciplinary team to review the deaths of domestic violence victims and to recommend how intervention may prevent them. The town of Mesquite, Nevada is holding the Smoking Big Chili Challenge, which began yesterday. The cook-off and the accompanying Mesquite Motor Mania will go through the weekend, with proceeds from the cook-off going to the Goody Two Shoes Foundation. The People's Choice competition will begin at noon each day, Saturday through Sunday, or until the chili runs out. The cost is $5 per bowl of chili. The Mesquite Motor Mania is happening now at the Casablanca Hotel. Mayor Sherry Buck had some choice words in response to a recent report that ranks North Las Vegas among the worst-run cities in America. She said that she read the website ranking Wall Street report, which was based on census data, and commented, "I don't know what they were smoking." She also added that she advises citizens to ignore the bad hype. North Las Vegas's 16th annual State of the City address was full of good news. Mayor Buck said the report doesn't reflect what's going on now, including a drop in foreclosures and a budget that state officials know is balanced. The fourth consecutive year, a local singer will have the opportunity to perform the starting ceremony of the Sam's Town 300 at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. An open audition will take place Saturday, January 21st at Sam's Town on Boulder Highway in Las Vegas. Singers must be Nevada residents, 21 or older, and be prepared to sing the national anthem a cappella. The top 25 performers will move on to another round of competition on Saturday, January 28th. The winner of that round will square off in a sing-off with a winner from another Sam's Town property at Las Vegas Motor Speedway on Thursday, March 8th, with the winner singing the national anthem at the race. Those interested must arrive at Sam's Town before noon on January 21st. The first 150 applicants are guaranteed an audition. For more information, you can call 702-644-4444 or visit LasVegasMotorspeedway.com, which is LVMS.com. Las Vegas now has a new survival store that firefighters like our local John Ashcroft enjoy, called the Zombie Apocalypse Store. The store owner has made a survival store a zombie survival store. The store carries regular survival supplies like water, filters, and canned food. But when the zombie apocalypse occurs, the owner states that you will have everything anyone could need to survive when the dead walk the earth. He said he came up with the name after asking his son what he should name the survival supply store, and that zombie is purely a metaphor. It's a metaphor for anything that could go wrong. I'm Deanna O'Donnell with your news across Nevada.
And Irene at West Star Ranch Animal Rescue brings you this week's Save a Pet segment.
Save a Pet is generously brought to you by Auto World at 727-8000 and Greenspan Brokerage at 751-6200. Put the green team to work for you.
Hi, I'm Eileen. I'm here at West Star Ranch Animal Rescue. And with me today I've got Clyde. Now he's a lab. He's got a little buddy with him, so he gets on well with other dogs. He's a family dog. He's about 5 years old. Very lovable, obviously. Come and see him over at West Star Ranch at 780 East Mance. Our phone number is 727-9273.
If you would like to sponsor Save a Pet, give us a call at 727-9400. To adopt, donate, or contact West Star Ranch, call 727-9273.
And now let's see what's happening this weekend over at the Pahrump Nugget with Jeff Simmons.
Hi, I'm Jeff Simmons here at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino. A couple things in the casino every Friday and Saturday night, starting at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 or 5 every hour until 8 p.m. at night. We have $200 cash drawings. 8 o'clock, or at 8:30 we'll have, 8:30 and 9 we have a drawing for an iPod. So come on down every Friday and Saturday night. We've got lots of drawings. You earn your points by inserting your card and earning your points to be entered into the drawing. Also tonight we have Randy Anderson tonight and tomorrow night on the stage bar. Great music. Come on down and do some dancing. And then also we have a Veterans Poker Tournament January 15th at the doors open at noon. The tournament starts at 4. No, the tournament starts at 1, I'm sorry. Doors open at noon, tournament starts at 1, and it's a $60 buy-in, and then all the proceeds is for veterans. So it's a good opportunity to come down and play poker. Anyway, bingo. I got 24-hour bingo coming up. That'd be February 4th and 5th. That's a Saturday and a Sunday. Starts at 9 a.m. in the morning, and it runs through 7 a.m. Sunday morning. And if you play all 12 sessions, you will qualify. The minimum you'll get is $100 free slot play, and then 2 winners will win $1,250 in slot play. And if you play like 4 sessions, you get $25 in slot play. 8 sessions, you get $50 in slot play. So you can get a lot of slot play just by playing bingo. And that'd be February 4th and 5th. We have our no-split pots every day at the 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. and lower buy-ins every day, or all sessions on Sunday and Monday, and every day at the 11 and 1 p.m. is lower buy-ins. So come on down. We got a lot of stuff going on here at the Nugget. Be looking forward to seeing everybody. Thank you.
All right, folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to have Zach Fuentes with a look at your 7-day forecast coming up right after this break. Please keep it here.
News 46 Weather is brought to you by Healthcare Partners Medical Group, with 5 locations in Pahrump. Local doctors and professional staff providing total care from infancy to seniors. News 46 Weather is also brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org. News 46 Weather is also brought to you by Humana.
Welcome back to News 46. Zach Fuentes here with your weather. Today we had sunny skies continuing right along with our nice weather that we've had lately. Our high was 64 degrees and the winds were coming out of the east-northeast at 4 miles per hour. Gusts were only at up to 9 miles per hour and our pressure is still holding steady at 30.34. UV index is staying the same at 3 moderate and our humidity was actually relatively low for us at 11%. Sunrise is still staying the same at 6:55 a.m. and today's record was 73 degrees back in 1945. And now looking at tonight, we're going to have clear skies, a low of 26, a little bit higher than yesterday night. Winds are going to come out of the northeast at 3 miles per hour, and our gusts are going to be at up to 5. Humidity is going to go up just a little bit at 19%, and our sunset was at 4:50 p.m. Tonight's record was 8 degrees back in 1963, which is where I think it needs to stay. Tomorrow we're going to have sunny skies, a high of 62 degrees. Our low is going to remain at 26 degrees. The winds are going to come out of the south-southeast at 3 miles per hour, and our gusts are going to be at up to 5 miles per hour. UV is staying the same at 3 moderate as well as our sunrise, and our humidity is going to be at 13%. And now looking at our 7-day forecast, like I said, tomorrow will be sunny. Sunday, though, however, we're going to have really heavy clouds. It's going to be a very cloudy day on Sunday, it looks like. But there is no chance at this point of rain, so we'll see how that goes. But at this point, there is a 0% chance of rain on Sunday. However, it will be very cloudy, like I said. Monday through Wednesday, we're going to have sunny skies. And then Thursday and Friday, we're going to have light clouds, but not like Sunday's expected to be. Our highest high is going to be 67 on Thursday and Friday, and our lowest low is going to be 23 degrees on Monday. Today's worst weather was in North Pole, New York, where they had snow, wind, and cold. Back to you.
Tomorrow at 1 p.m. at the Pahrump Valley Historical Museum on Basin, Commissioner Gary Hollis will be speaking about the Yucca Mountain Nuclear Repository. Come get all of your questions answered regarding our nation's nuclear waste.
And folks, Marta Beckett is retiring from the Amargosa Opera House. Her last performance is scheduled for 2 p.m. on February 12th. The doors will open at 1:30 p.m. Tickets are just $15 and can be purchased online at amargosaoperahouse.com or by calling 760-852-4441. Again, that number is 760-852-4441. And folks, that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Tony Joe.
And from everyone up here on the hill at KPVM, we wish you a safe evening, and we'll see you here again tomorrow night for our Week in Review. Until then, good night, Pahrump.
Good night.